Yeah, I got the NLT. Let me go back again. I'm gonna read it again. The Galatians 6 and 12. It says, "Those who are trying to force you to be circumcised want to look good to others." And that's no different than when Jake be like, "Where your fringes at?"
Yeah,
where your fringes, brother? See, we got the fringes, brother. We got the border brew, because that's in the law, brother.
You remember that?
But you trying to look good, yeah. And you doing that to them, it's just so that you could look good to other people.
Yeah.
But what about all the wickedness going on within your circle? You know, like that's why I read that scripture earlier. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men.
They're so quick to hit you with the law, you know. Now, how do you not understand that the people that you're trying to reach are lost? That you can't hit them automatically with the law.
Right.
They don't even know who they are.
Right. Just like back then, yeah. Jake coming up from a Hellenized household, straight Greek. How you just gonna put the law on them just out of the blue like that?
Okay.
That's going. You know how many habits they've developed,
right.
and traditions that they grew up
Generations.
Passed down generations. Come on, man. It was to be a process. See, if you want an animal to come back to you, you don't just throw the food at their face.
Yeah. Right.
You don't throw it at them in an aggressive manner, like, "Hey, eat that."
Yeah.
He ain't gonna. He gonna like, "Nah, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not fucking with this." Hell no. But if you just, "Hey, here, come on," give him a little bit here and there. He gonna start to open up and start to get comfortable. He gonna be coming around more. Once he start coming around more, then he like, "All right, I see." And then you can finally start to discipline him. Like, "Hey, I'm not gonna just give it to you. Yeah. Sit, do this, do that." Then you know what I'm saying? It's the same principle, man. You don't just smack it right on Jake. Right. And that's what they're trying to do, and pushing them Christian churches like that.
Yeah.
Jake is fresh on the plantation.
Yeah.
Their minds is totally enslaved right now.
Yeah, the wounds in their back is still bleeding.
You gonna snatch them by the leash of their mind, like, and they gonna just come right with you.
Repent, follow the law. You know,
They're like, what law?
Right.
Law. You know, you gotta, they gotta be sincere and want this, but at the same time, you can't, like your brother said, you just can't shove it down their throat. Like, kind of like what they were trying to do in the ancient world. Remember, Apostle Paul told them,
abstain from
certain things.
Exactly. I was trying to find it. Romans
blood.
Acts 15.
Acts 15.
You just can't. Because these Christians, they're in a Gentile state of mind. They were Gentiles like we once were. So they have to, warm up to this truth. You know, you got to get it quick while you can, but you just can't throw them into it and expect them to be in the.
Nigga, swim. Right in the deep ocean, not a pool, but a deep ocean. You got it.
Acts 15 and 19. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to the Most High, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood.
Now hold on a second. Does that contradict Isaiah 58:1? Cry aloud, spare not? No. No, it don't. Spare not to tell them the full truth, but don't obligate them to something that's undoable. Is what Paul was trying to break down to them. Hey, they need to know the whole thing, but also show them how to make the corrections.
Hey, you gotta start off as a baby.
You ain't gonna give a baby. You gonna one day eat meat, so I'm gonna just give it to you, just full steak.
Your lamb
chops, bone and all, just right now. You gotta break off pieces.
Yeah.
And then get over them and eat. Standing at your house.
Baby ain't got no teeth.
Thank you.
You gotta get teeth to. Teeth is growing in the truth.
Yeah.
Then you'll be allowed. Then you can eat meat.
Even the digestive
Wait. So like, I think there's more on there, bro. I think there's more on there. It's like, I don't even cut you off.
Verse 21, for Moses of old time had in every city that preach him, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day. Then pleased it the apostles and elders with the whole church to send chosen men of their own company to Antioch with Paul and Barnabas, namely Judas, surnamed Barsabas, and Silas, chief men among the brothers. That's what you wanted?
So like he pulled another one, which is Hebrews chapter 5.
Hey, real quick, can I finish this in Galatians real quick? There was a little more in this one. Galatians 6 and 13, and this is still in the NLT. It says, and even those who advocate circumcision don't keep the whole law themselves. They only want you to be circumcised so they can boast about it and claim you as their disciple. As for me, may I never boast about anything except the cross of our Lord and Mashiach Yahushua. Because of that cross, my interest in this world has been crucified, and the world's interest in me has also died.
Beautiful.
That's these
15. It doesn't matter whether we have been circumcised or not. What counts is whether we have been transformed into a new creation.
Meaning your mind, your heart, your spirit have been transformed or reformed or circumcised.
Circumcision of the heart.
Right.
Yeah. That's what matters. And then once you become mentally or spiritually circumcised, then you can start to grow into keeping more of the law.
Age.
You know, once you start aging and experience, now you can, all right, let me get circumcised. That is part of the covenant, all right? You know, you're already to put off, you know, eating swine and, you know, making your soul abominable. You put down the weed, the cigarette. That was all early. You was able to throw that out.
Yeah.
Some brothers was probably hitting it, and then when they heard that they couldn't do it, all right, it's my last one. All right, that's it. No more. Done. You know, if you was getting tattoos, whatever. If you got a tattoo previously before you heard it, you no longer went and got it. You was like, all right, that was my last tattoo. I fucked up. I'm ashamed. I won't get any more tattoos, man. You know? And that's a sign of you repenting and growing.
It's also a sign of faith.
Yep.
Because like the brother was talking about being circumcised, you know, once you get to a certain stage, that shows your faith. Because Abraham was 98 when he got circumcised? You know, so that's a true testament of your faith when you come into this. You put away all the carnal shit, you know, but that's as you build your spirit, but that truly shows your faith. Like, I really believe in this, therefore, you know.
You're prepared mentally to go through the things that you have to do physically. That's why this is just a mental preparation for Jacob's trouble and our temptation. This is the spiritual preparation that we'll have to exercise physically when that day comes.
That's both of them. It's like three of them.
No, it's more, bro. It's 5. It's like some back there. It's 3 right there, and this 2 right there.
They way up there, but I see it.
I don't even think the camera.
It might be a fleet. It might just be a fleet. They're just so far up, but
The camera don't catch it.
I already know the camera can't get it.
The brother put this.
Yep.
It's Hebrews chapter 5. I'm gonna start at 12. Yeah, 12 works also. It says, matter of fact, 11. Of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, You have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as have need of milk and of not of strong meat. When you go too hard, you give somebody strong meat off the top. Now you got to be retaught. Like, we're going to have to go back and reteach some of these other guys that are sincere in these other groups how to start back and build their foundation. They're going to tear their foundation down some, or something's going to have to happen to tear their foundation some to build it back up.
Like to reteach a lot of these Christians.
Exactly.
It's coming out of the Christian Catholic Church.
We know them. They don't know nothing about the Bible.
What? I thought this, and I was like, no, it's, you know, you had it all wrong, but they have to be humble enough to accept that, because a lot of them ain't. A lot of them, like the brother was saying earlier, it's a lot of old bottles.
And the Christian church, doctrine pushes pride. It pushes the air of pride. It's an underlying tone in Christianity. It's pride.
Prosperity comes with that pride.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
The Lord's dealing with me because look what He's done for me. Look at the nice things that I've gotten, you know, through fallen Christianity or you know, whatever.
Well, like going back to that in 2 Ezra 9, they have received many benefits and have not known you.
Also, the brother said they're proud. They're proud to say, "Oh, I am saved.
Yep.
I'm saved already."
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Christians love saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saved.
I went to the service on Sunday. I got saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like you like to say, for what?
Yeah.
Just completely in error.
Okay.
They don't understand the scriptures. You know? The Christianity, that whole thing has to be uprooted and burnt.
I can keep reading, but that was kind of the point. Meaning you can't just throw them right to strong meat. The heavy stuff, things that they can't perform, you gotta start them off easy, like a baby. It was a baby. Which made me think about 1 Corinthians 3. I stopped at the 2nd chapter. In the 3rd chapter, Paul talked about that.
Oh, get Matthew 23, where it says you put a heavy burden on them that you yourself can't bear. Yeah. See, the doctrine is really a balanced doctrine. Because you are supposed to keep the commandments. You know, should we avoid the law through faith? God forbid we establish the law. Should we continue in sin because grace may abound? God forbid. You know, so I mean, we are supposed to keep the law, but somebody newly coming in, you don't force it on them.
Look at the apostles, bro. One that blew my mind is when they showed us how to truly keep the Sabbath. We've been keeping the Sabbath for years, and they allowed us to keep it that way. Then the Apostle Hart came and said, "You ain't even really keeping the Sabbath right." I was like, "Huh?" Then he broke it down. We were like, "Oh, the double Sabbath and all that." And it blew Jake mind. You know how to actually keep the Sabbath days. Just the once a week, 1 day a week. And then when the new one came, we didn't keep that last one.
Okay.
But you know, it's just to be ready to be
Like 2 or 3 like this. Look at that. Is that one right there? Straight
You
ahead?
getting that?
Yeah.
That's another one.
Matthew 23.
It's shiny. It's just doot, doot, doot.
When the brother's ready, you want. Let me read this and get this out the way real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I'll start at 1. It says, and I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach.
Right above.
Oh, there's two. There's another one over here. Look.
Yeah.
See it?
I'm gonna keep reading. It says,
These fucking people are so clueless, man.
They don't know what the hell.
Everybody walking by, people in their cars. We the only ones looking up and pointing up. Everybody else just like
one guy looked
bunch
up
of fucking mindless zombie drones and shit.
One guy looked up because we looked up, but he was like,
Yeah.
he kept walking. He was like,
But hey, but that's how it's supposed to be, because hey, the Lord gave us the eyes to see.
Yep.
Everybody else is they're walking in their